It's a gorgeous day in mid-May. I want to play with some of these iris. I have a few peonies and tiny bit of roses, but I need to make another bouquet because the sun is shining and knock on wood, I feel pretty good. So let's go play with flowers. Is it picking up how velvety purple that is? Wow, that is gorgeous. I may have to take some of those. Those are my first peonies over there, and I'll show you another one. I had back surgery in January, so a lot of my flowers that I planted this year and tomatoes are in big pots. A neighbor gave me these cute little swans. She lived in this house, a different house in this neighborhood for 50 years. And so she gave me those. She moved to Florida now. If you're watching, thank you so much. I can't get to the middle of that bed. Can you tell? There's trees growing and weeds, but I will conquer it. All right, where's my clips? My snips and clips. I have, look at this one about to burst. Oh, it's so exciting. I think these big white ones, I'll show you a picture on the screen. I think they might be my favorite peony, but you know, isn't every peony and iris and flower your favorite? Gorgeous. So pretty. I love my Japanese maple in May. It glows. I am loving this one right here. Isn't that fabulous? That would be pretty with that purple behind me. And I'm a yellow girl. I love yellows. So that peony back there is what I'm talking about. And then there is a rose right there too. But it's called In Your Eyes. It's kind of a single, so I don't know how long it will last in a bouquet. I didn't have time the other day to get my mother-in-law a bouquet, and I've really been thinking about her, so I would like to give her some flowers. But like I said in my last one, me making these bouquets, is it more for my therapy or for the people that I give it to? Because I find so much joy in flower arranging, and I find so much peace in the art of creating. In any type of artistic endeavor, I'm very right-brained, not very logical, I'm very emotional, and flowers make me very happy. So this flower, hi Frisky, is going way over the edge here. So I gotta get this one. I'm gonna go really low. And hopefully I didn't just put its head in the dirt too much. So it is kind of leaning, but isn't that pretty? Can you see that at all? Gorgeous. So even if it's leaning, it's gonna be okay. And I'll try to take off some of those. I might not be able to do that with my left hand. That's okay. Just get in the water. All right, I want some of those dark, deep purples. See how these ones are super tall? Same iris. And then those ones are like smally. But let me get a couple of these. My tripod broke. My son fixed it, but he kind of didn't fix it because, hey, that worked out. Because oh, no it didn't. So back surgery in January, it's kind of hard to get down where I need to get. Silly me. I gotta go back and fix that. Okay, look at this. It's so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'll clean those up in a minute. Let me just get them in the water while I'm still collecting. See what I mean by clean up? Anything. This needs to go, that needs to go. This one's about to open. That one still looks pretty. And that one's about to open. So it looks like we're doing a pretty big purple. So we need some accents in a minute. I think pink would be a pretty accent. Yellow's a gorgeous accent. Let's look around. I love you, but you're the only iris over here, and I'm not going to take you, I think. These little pink ones are called concertina, and they're almost done. They're my very first to open every year. So I've got a few there. I might be able to take those. I love bright yellow. This one's almost done. Sad. Beautiful. I'll put the name on the screen if I remember to do that. There's tons of this one available and tons of this one. I'll try to put names on the screens, you guys, if I remember. It just takes a little bit to edit all that. And then that bright peony back there might be too bright, and those are singles. So they don't usually work in bouquets very well. So they kind of just stay in my landscape, and that's a single. Lots of weeds in there I can't get. Okay, let's go over here. You guys see my mountain up there? Isn't it beautiful? Okay, this section here needs a lot of work as far as weeding. I want to take a whole bunch of lamb's ear. And what I've noticed with lamb's ear, first of all, maybe I'll go get me a bench. But you gotta go deep to make them long enough. I take this patch instead. But you gotta go deep to make them long enough for a bouquet. And I wonder if I'm gonna try the hot water treatment with them. Lamb's ear flop for me in a bouquet, in the vase. So I've seen a whole bunch of things where you take hot boiling water and you stick the stems right into the hot boiling water, and then you just either dip it and come back out. Sometimes you can use a dip quick dip. Dyslexic. Or you can just put it into the hot water and have it go to room temperature in it. Okay, I'm gonna test out. I'm gonna cut some lamb's ear, put it into some hot boiling water, and I'm gonna see if it does a little bit better than just water by itself. The reason I have these big guns is because I can't reach very well. But I don't know if I can film it. Ugh. All right, I'm pathetic. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna cut several stems, and I'm gonna go dip that. Oh, I thought that was a bug. So I got a few stems. I'm gonna do half of them in quick hot water, boiling water, and then right into cold water. And then I'm gonna do half of them into the boiling water and let them stay until they're room temperature. And after I've done the experiment out here, I'm gonna move them really quickly into my sunroom, which is actually pretty cool right now because we've got the fan going and it's a lot cooler than outside. It's 80 out here today. Not quite yet because it's about noon. Doing things in the morning is better, but I'm not a morning person. I try, but I'm not. You don't want your vessels to be ice cold because they'll crack if they are. Okay, so half of them are going to have, oh, please don't break, please don't break. We're gonna go in that one and then a few in this one. Okay, this is boiling water, or was boiling water. So this one's gonna go, let's see, most of them into there. I forgot my cold water. So this one will be the one, they're already flopping, so I have to hurry. I'm gonna do mostly this one actually. And I'm actually gonna wrap it too. So I gotta go find something to wrap it. Because if you can wrap it like tulips and keep it straight, or even have it in a vase that is really straight up like that, then what it does is it keeps it from flopping too, because they're used to being in a straight. But if you're gonna have them like this, they're gonna flop right away. And I am new at this, but I've been playing with this foliage for years. I don't know why I've never tried this. Okay, so these two are gonna be quick in and then cold water. Let me get some cold water. Super hot water. This one is the cold water. So I'm gonna take, I don't know how long to do this. How long do you guys do it? A minute? Let it kind of get shocked, the stem get shocked by the hot water. and then boom, right into cold water. And here's some like paper, schoolwork paper. I'm going to wrap it around just like this, wrap it around and put some tape on it. Like I said, I don't have a tripod, so I can't show you that, but I'll show you the ending of what I did. This one's still in hot water, and this one is in cold water, but I'm going to wrap them both because they say it helps it go straighter, but also if you're in boiling water, it kind of ruins the tops, but it keeps, if you can keep them wrapped, then it keeps the hot steam from breaking the tops. Okay, they're wrapped, and it's pretty cool. It's holding them more straight. I think I'm going to get one more like dozen of those to wrap, a little more of this technique, because I need them anyway. We're going to sell at the corner down there for Memorial Day. Might as well test out this theory. Honestly, they're not flopping as bad as they used to, so it might ring true. This one needs a couple more in there too, otherwise it's not going to hold straight up. All right, I gotta go get more spare papers around the house, and I gotta get my clippers. I'll be right back. So I'm in my sunroom, and here's some lemon balm that I just rehydrated. It was flopping. That's just regular water. This one right here was done with, if I remember, boiling water. Look how good the stems look. And this one over here was done with the quick dip and then put right into it. So they look pretty similar, but I'm a believer. I think the hot water trick actually does help. I also have a yellow that's kind of going into the walkway there that I can take. I got lots of that color. I love it. So pretty. I love yellow, but I'm not loving the brown yellow, so I think I'm going to take those two out. This is a historic, but I didn't think I would like that one, but it's actually quite beautiful. These yellow ones were falling on the ground, so they're kind of at a wonky angle, but sometimes, oh, come on, get in there. But sometimes wonky looks kind of cool in a bouquet. So might use those, might not. It also has a little bit of the brown color I don't like. So I got some peonies after all. This lighting is weird, sorry. There we go. I got some peonies. They're single. I don't know how long they're gonna last. But my mother-in-law, she loves peonies and she can't get into the garden like I can. So she needs these. And let me show you the roses. I don't know if I can even get over there. Oh, I gotta get some of those. That was very tricky. But I got into it. The only problem with a cottage style garden is you can't get into anything. So I'm out here on my back porch. It's not beautiful back here, but it's nice and shady. I gotta get myself some water. Or my chin some water. And painkiller. I'm letting some tomatoes get acclimated to the weather. And I gotta get these flowers into water. Why is my speakage so backwards today? Maybe because I hurt. So I had to get a little bit more of the peonies that aren't blown open and some grass. So I'm gonna try to sell my first bouquets. Are they worth it? Yes. Am I nervous? Yes. This one is going to be for my mother-in-law, and I had fun with that. And I get my vase back because I really love that vase. I got it from a thrift store, DI, but I really, really love it. I just made my first 2 sales in my own yard, and it was a sweet friend. Thank you so much, Brittany. But I sold 2 bouquets, so it's gonna start. All I gotta do is have enough energy to make the bouquets, and then just stop being afraid of putting them out there so people can buy them. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye. Show me your belly again. Thor! Thor! Where's my baby? There he is. Hi, baby. I think it needs just a little more because I found some really pretty stuff. Weigela branches, almost blooming. Another one of those candy cane cocktails. Catmint. That purple would be really fun. So let me put the rest of these in here. Okay, that's better. Okay, that one's going to my mother-in-law. For real, bye. See ya.